Well, hey, handy people, Dan here. Hey, got a little something for you today. I've been working on the Group A right here, and you know, these cars came originally with a spoiler in the trunk, and so you could add that to the trunk lid. Now on this one, I've put a non-factory spoiler on it, but when I painted the car, I painted an extra trunk lid. So let me show you that. Come on. So Gertrude has a really cool one-off spoiler that I picked up off Turbo Bricks from a fella, and this one was a prototype spoiler that some company made, and they never ended up producing, I guess. It's a fiberglass unit. It's pretty nice. I painted it to match, put it on that original Group A trunk lid, and a lot of people seem to like the look. I like it. I think it looks Euro and sporty. But since it is a true Group A car, I got another trunk lid, and this actually came off a 1980 GT, and I painted it while I was painting the other one. And it's not perfect, but I just spent, with my son helping me, a couple hours creating these two holes on each side to mount this wing, this Group A wing, which I've already fabricated and added these little blocks and to both sides. They're not perfect, but you know what? I got them lined up. I think they're lined up perfectly with the holes inside. In fact, I know they are, because you can look down those holes. Well, you can't hardly see it, but if you look down those holes and you got enough lighting, you can actually see that those line up perfectly. And they are wedges, because the Group A race cars had wedges added to help the spoiler's effect. So ours had those as well, and I fabricated those, and I'll tell you, I fabricated them out of here's a sample. I had some Trex decking, and I cut these to fit, and I tried to get the profile so that it was the same as what was coming off the wing. And anyways, long story, I think these are gonna work just fine. I just painted them black this morning, drilled them and painted them black so that they would fit. And what I would say is STS Machining, I think, sells these, and it's probably worth getting, because I spent quite a while trying to make those. So anyways, shout out to STS Machining. Anyways, here we go. I'll get this thing mounted on here, and we'll see how it looks. One of the things for mounting it and getting the holes right, I set the spoiler down, and then I transferred the hole marks. It took me a while of looking at different pictures and whatnot so I could get the right profile coming around this curve where the mount's supposed to go, because you want the spoiler basically as far back as you can to get as much downdraft force on the rear wheels of the car. So yeah, this thing came out kind of cool. Now I'm going to show you underneath here. Those holes I just drilled, you can see one came through there and the other is on the inside. And both holes are that same way. They're in that lip and then on the inside as well. So I got to flip that over and clean those up. Here's the other side of the trunk lid. I painted both sides. It was originally silver, as I think all of the GTs were, but this is the hole that came through, and this one's got a lot of material on it, so I'm gonna clean that off first, and then here's the other side. And unfortunately, you know, there's a little wear and tear on these, but I taped this guy off because that's the original sticker, and I got a nice clean cut on there, and the whole trunk lid looks pretty darn good on the inside. So now I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and I'll probably just carefully knock that down with a file, trying not to damage the rest of this. And yeah, I think I'll probably put a washer or two on it from the inside to help with the bolts holding. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. It's really coming together. So what I ended up doing is I used a small hammer and a punch, a flat punch, and I kind of dressed these corners down just gently. I didn't want to damage the paint any more than I already did, but I need to get a nice flat surface. So that's what I used. Now it's to get the right bolts and washers time. This white stuff, which I've wiped off some of it, is rubbing compound for when I polish the lid. When I did all the polishing of the paint back 5 years ago, something like that, 4 years ago. Anyways, so it needed cleanup because there was some left on the lid. So I'm using nice microfiber and some Meguiar's cleaner wax to clean it off. So as I get working on this lid, I found this is kind of, well, you can hear how rough it is versus this side's much smoother. And I've already waxed this other side. I'm going to wax this side next. Again, just good old Meguiar's cleaner wax and elbow grease. Waxing the inside of the trunk lid, a little over the top, well, maybe, but you know. There's a little dust and a little overspray on everything, and it just kind of, the microfiber works its magic along with the cleaner wax, and smooths things out, makes it nicer, keeps it cleaner. Oh yeah, this side over here is already smoothed out. I don't know if you guys use cleaner wax the same way I do, but I use it as a cleaner and a protectant, and it's taken up this this rubbing compound real nicely. I'll do the top too before I mount the spoiler. Just use my finger as a guide tool, but it cleans up nice. And this is a base coat, clear coat that I did 5 years ago. Man, I can't believe it's been that long. I'm going to get a clean rag to kind of finish this. You can see this little bit left here of the rubbing compound, and that's that's for using a powered wheel. But like I say, this was just overshoot from when I polished this the first time. And perfect, no, but perfectly usable. You know. That's a lot better. It's not perfect, but now it's got a coat of wax on it. And that'll help keep the dirt off it, help keep it clean. You know, it's those little things that I think really make a nice car. And this car is special, so you know, I'm doing some extra things that maybe, you know, you might not do with a different car. Well, after having 4 people help me, 2 on each side, 4 of us total, 3 people helped me, 2 on each side, mounting the spoiler from the underneath up. The spoiler is mounted. We got 4 fasteners in it, 2 there, 2 in here, and yeah, I'm gonna flip it over. Well, after lots of hard work, the spoiler's mounted on the trunk lid, and oh, that's pretty sweet looking. Kind of excited about it, actually. Got to get it on the car next. Oh yeah.